All right, Shalom. First, like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth with sincerity. Now, I just got a couple of scriptures, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into them. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Shema Shai. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel?" Right, so, the Lord is judging, us that's in His truth first. And Yahweh is how we have the elect, and those that ain't worthy, He's casting out. But the ones who are not obeying the gospel is the 2/3 of Israel. And it says, what shall their end be? Their end is what you see going on in Guatemala. Getting burnt up by volcanoes and volcanic ash and suffocating and stuff like that, man. We got another eruption that happened in Hawaii. Let's see if I can bring it up. Was it Hawaii? Yeah, there was one that happened in Hawaii, and then there's a mudslide in another city somewhere, man. So the Lord is actually really jacking these places up. Is it Hawaii? Yeah, it's in Hawaii. I'll bring it up probably next time, later. But it says, to get back to the scriptures, it says, 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Shema Shai. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel?" Right? So, the end of them is death, man. It says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?" So, I'm gonna get into that. The sinner, the righteous, first off, is going to be delivered by way of the chariots, man. And it says scarcely be saved, too. So I'm gonna get two scriptures on that. This 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16, it says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first." Right, so those who died in the Lord are going to rise first, man. Those who did this work and died in it are going to rise first. "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds," right? Alive and remain after Jacob's trouble, after the race riots, the pestilences, the famines, the destruction, man, the concentration camps and stuff, man. It says, "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together and with them in the clouds." The clouds represent the chariots, the so-called UFOs. It says, "To meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord." Right, so the Lord gonna beam his people up, man, his elect up, the ones that did this work and held fast to the truth and didn't let go, man. This is Revelations chapter 15, verse 1. It says, "And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh Shai." And it's talking about the nuclear missiles. That's why I say scarcely be saved, because simultaneously while the missiles are hitting, the Lord's elect gonna be beamed up, man. "And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire," and that represents, the Lord's elect looking out the chariots at all the fire and stuff that's gonna consume this place, man. "And them that had gotten victory over the beast, and over his image, which is his philosophies, and over his mark, which is the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast, and the beast is the NATO and EU, and over the number of his name, standing on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh Shai, which represents the truth, having the truth." So the truth is what's going to save you in the times to come, man. The scriptures say, "Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time." Inside Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." Right, so only the truth is going to save you, man, because your knowledge, wisdom, understanding has to come from the truth, man. All right, so I'm going to go back to 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17, where it says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where should the ungodly and the sinner appear?" Right, so the ungodly and sinner going to appear in the nuclear missiles, man. The Lord not, dealing with nobody that's saying that they already saved one, or the Lord ain't gonna do nothing to them. Or he hate the sin, he don't hate the sinner. The Lord not dealing with none of that, man. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 10. "All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us." Right, so the sinners gonna be getting put to death, man. When this martial law kick off, them sinners, 2/3 of the Lord's people are gonna be put to death. A lot of them gonna be getting gunned down in these streets, man. It says, "Which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us." Right, so they don't believe that this is coming, man. They don't believe that this is coming, man. They don't believe that Yahushua is coming back to destroy this place, and he gonna bring all these prophecies to pass, before he come. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 12. It says, Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways." Right. Woe be to the ones that's falling out the truth, man. And double-minded, man. "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not." Right. Those who fainted and fainted, man, and left. "Therefore shall he be not defended." So the Lord not going to defend those guys who left him, who turned their back on him. You're supposed to keep your hand on the plow. "Woe unto you that have lost patience." And that's for all them guys that fell out the truth or left the truth because they lost patience. They stopped believing. They fainted, like it says. "And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?" Right. So what you gonna do when Yahushua come back with the angels and chariots and stuff, man? "They that fear the Lord will not disobey." Right. So they ultimately lost all fear. of the Lord. It says, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways, right? The truth, the statutes, laws, and commandments. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, right? And that's doing his will. And they that love him shall be filled with the law. So, that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. We're not supposed to be getting faint-hearted or none of that, man, because there's a deliverance, after all this tribulation and stuff comes to pass, man. So, with that being said, all praise to Yahweh by Shema Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well.